Melpomene, one of the 9 Muses of Greek mythology, is the embodiment of tragedy and the patron of tragic poetry. Her name, derived from the Greek word melpo, meaning to celebrate with song and dance, may seem ironic at first. How can tragedy be a celebration? But Melpomene reminds us that tragedy is not just about sorrow and suffering. It is about catharsis, about understanding the depths of human emotion, and about finding meaning in the struggles of life. In ancient Greece, the Muses were divine sources of inspiration, guiding poets, playwrights, and artists in their creative pursuits. Each muse ruled over a different form of art, and Melpomene reigned over tragedy. She is often depicted wearing a solemn expression, crowned with a wreath of ivy or cypress, plants associated with mourning. In one hand, she holds a tragic mask, a symbol of the sorrowful stories she inspires, and in the other, she may carry a dagger or a club, representing the suffering and violent fates of tragic heroes. Tragedy, in the world of Greek theater, was not just about despair. It was a way to explore the complexities of human nature. The great playwrights of ancient Greece, such as Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides, wrote tragedies that delved into fate, morality, and the consequences of human flaws. Melpomene was their guide, whispering stories of doomed kings, vengeful gods, and the inevitable downfall of those who defied destiny. Through her, audiences experienced the full weight of sorrow and left the theater transformed, purged of their own fears and emotions through the power of catharsis. One of the most well-known tragic figures in Greek mythology is Oedipus, the king whose attempt to escape fate only led him to fulfill a terrible prophecy. His story, told in Sophocles' Oedipus Rex, is a prime example of Melpomene's influence. It is a tale of blindness, both literal and metaphorical, of hubris, and of the relentless power of destiny. Through Oedipus and other tragic heroes, Melpomene teaches us that suffering is an essential part of the human experience, and that wisdom often comes at a great cost. But Melpomene's reach extends beyond ancient Greece. Her legacy can be seen in Shakespeare's Hamlet, in the operas of Verdi and Wagner, and in modern films and literature that explore deep, tragic themes. Any story that forces us to confront grief, loss, and fate is touched by Melpomene's influence. She reminds us that tragedy is not meant to break us. It is meant to teach us, to make us reflect on our choices, and to deepen our understanding of life. Even in our own lives, we encounter tragedy in many forms: loss, failure, and heartache. But Melpomene shows us that from sorrow, wisdom can emerge. Just as the ancient Greeks gathered in amphitheaters to witness great tragedies, we too turn to stories, films, and music to help us process the trials we face. Through tragedy, we are reminded of our own resilience, our capacity for empathy, and the enduring power of the human spirit.